Hello, welcome to the Baron's Game Room, and have you ever been to an escape room? We went with some friends a while back, and honestly, absolutely loved it. Pretty pricey, but felt 100% worth the cost, and all we've talked about ever since is how much we want to go do it again. But again, they are pretty pricey, so what do you do when you want to do an escape room on a budget? In comes Deckscape. Now, I know there are other ones too, like Exit Games or something like that, so consider this kind of a general review for all of those style of games. So if you haven't caught on yet, Deckscape is basically just an escape room that they've condensed down to this big deck of cards. I don't want to show you too much of them because that would kind of give away what you're working on here. But yeah, essentially each one has a theme to it. The one we have here is this Mummy's Curse theme, or technically, sorry, the Curse of the Sphinx. It took us a while to finally play it, but when we did, I mean, yeah, like a good time was certainly had. Basically, throughout this game, you'll be solving various riddles and puzzles of the sort to try and progress, and there absolutely is a fail condition where eventually, if you fail on too many of the things, the mummy will catch you. For our personal experience, we took it out camping with some friends and all that, and spent probably a little more over an hour. I think about 2 hours for us, but we were also sort of doing other things and not strictly focusing on the game as we played. So I would say the box probably isn't totally wrong on it's about an hour thing, but really it's kind of going to come down to how long it takes you to solve the puzzles and stuff like that. So one thing I definitely will say is that not all of the puzzles I felt like super worked in this card format. We had a lot of fun going through it and had a lot of fun figuring it out, but there were a couple of puzzles we ran into where I think it was just we didn't quite understand like how far the game was going to go with how we were going to work with the cards in the game. And once we started figuring out a little bit of like what it entailed, like what you were allowed to do with the cards sometimes, it made a little more sense. Sometimes it was very particular about how you like placed cards together and stuff like that to get your clues and answers. But in the end, we had a great time, and it did its job of entertaining us for a good 2 hours. So honestly, for how cheap these things are, I think they're a super cool little thing to do if you're into like solving puzzles. Not they can be for almost any number of players really. But it is important to keep in mind that you're really only going to get to play these things about once before you need to buy a new one. Was it the best gaming experience I've ever had? No. But was it $12 spent on a great little 2 hours? Absolutely. So if you're into solving puzzles and stuff, we gotta say that it's Baron approved.